So today we are going to see about OOPS and its and classes. Okay. So what do you mean by OOPS? Object-oriented programming language. See, we see Python, we say Python and Java or OOPS languages. Means this revolves around that particular term called object. Okay. So we do the complete programming on top of this object. So that's why it's called object-oriented programming language. So we'll see the difference. So procedural versus OOPS. What do you mean by that? Procedural means what? Till now, what we have learned, right? Just defining a method and we are doing it step by step. So that is called procedural. OOPS, now we are going to see like how the same thing has to be done using objects. Okay. So we will see the difference and we'll see the four pillars of OOPS and then what is called class object and constructor, self parameter, creating, how to create and use objects we'll see. Okay, so see here, procedural versus ops. So here, if you see here, I already have given the example, just analogy I've given. Boil the water. To prepare a noodles, what you will do? We'll boil a water, add rice, cook, serve. So step by step, we are doing this. Okay, by placing all these steps into a single function, or you can directly uh, execute these statements, okay, without creating the function also. So but whenever you create a procedure or function or method that starts with, what is the keyword for it? The function name should start with function, or the procedure should start with
Def.
DEF. So that is called procedural way of writing a program. But now we are going to see how the same can be written using objects, class and objects. So I'll come to this example after I explain it, and then I'll come to this, how this is written. So here it's a code. Code is a sequence of instruction. In procedural, it's like a code. It's a sequence of instructions we give. Function operate on data passed on to them. Is it so? We pass some data to that function and accordingly it does the steps. So data and functions are separate. You know, right? Data is separate and function is separate. And this is good for script simple automation. We can use this. And example is this one, def, calculate, grade marks, semicolon. So as I said, the keyword which we use is def. So this is called procedural program. Okay. And this one is object oriented. Like we are going to use this procedure in this actually. Okay. So we'll see how it is. I'll explain this later. So this is the diagrammatical representation, just an analogy I just tried. So procedural versus object oriented. So here, what do you mean by this? Following step-by-step instructions like a recipe. What are you going to do inside the definition? You're writing all these steps: boil water, add rice, cook, serve, everything. Okay, the focus will be on each step. So this is called procedural programming. Okay, but see like this, just you're in a stove, you're keeping this boiling water, put rice, cook and then serve. This is nothing but like procedural programming. But coming to this object programming, so here object programming, if you see, object programming. Here, what are we going to do is, see, actually the picture you have to exchange is chef should come here. This stove should go here. Okay, picture. So we are going to create a class called chef, and you are going to create a class called stove, and third class you are going to create is fridge. Okay, as I told you. Okay, let me about that blueprint I'll just come to. So okay, so chef is a separate class, stove is a separate class, and fridge is a class. Okay, we are going to create three classes and we will be passing variables to it, variables like what is the name of that chef and what type of hat he wear. So he wears. So these are variables. And what is he going to do? Methods, cook. Okay. So this is one class. And the second class, again, we are going to create a property, heat and method. What is the method or action it will do? Fry and bake. Fridge separately like this. And by creating different classes, and then from this class we will be creating an each object. So this is how we will be doing the same program like this. Okay. So in a very bigger modules, in real time scenarios, this will not work. Okay. Means like we will have to use a really big what do you say, very very complicated operations for which we need to create. The purpose will be different. So in that case we will always go with this object oriented programming only, in which we create many classes and objects, and through which we will be writing the code. So this is a comparison between procedural and object oriented programming. Now this is just an outline overview of it. In detail I'll explain you what is this class and everything. So you got the difference, right, both of between these two? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now, yeah, thank you. So now we will see what do you mean by class, objects, variables, and methods. See, here in this picture, what do you mean by this? Have you all seen this before? Just an analogy we are comparing with the concepts. What is this? What is this called?
A blueprint.
Blueprint of a house. Is it so?
House.
Yeah. So when you ask a civil engineer to construct a house, they will give you this blueprint. Okay. What is this blueprint means? Just an overview, like a plan. Okay. Once you enter into the door, your living room will be here and kitchen will be here, bedroom will be here, dining, bathroom. This is how it is. That's what they expect. And you have to, the position of the stove should be like this. So this is called a blueprint. Okay. So using this blueprint, what are you going to do? You're going to construct using this blueprint, can you construct one house or more than one house using the same blueprint?
Multiple houses.
Yeah, any number of houses you can print, you can construct. For example, as I told you before, your father is going to construct one house, and like a replica of that same house, your uncle is also wants to construct the same thing. Okay, so in that case, they can use this blueprint. Okay, and they can construct their own house. So, but according to their taste, your father may use a blue color paint, right? And the material for this roof, he can go with some other material. And the door design, he can go with some other thing. And for your uncle may use red color, different type of material. Door is different. So these are minute things they can redefine. But if you see, once you open the house, living room will be here, kitchen will be here, bedroom, this thing will be same, plan will be same for both the houses, but details will differ. So that is what it is. So this blueprint is called class. Okay, we will be creating a class, and using that class we will create objects. So we can say that object is nothing but an instance of a class. Okay, so once you create a class, you can create any number of objects, any number, thousands, lakhs, crores of objects you can create, keeping this class as the base. Okay, so in other words, it's a very important term. Object is nothing but an instance of a class. Okay, now as I told you, when you create a house, what happens? You will be each house will have its own features, right? Like for example, paint of the color. Okay, door design. Right? So these are called variables. Okay. For each object, this will be different. The value of the variables will be different. So see, the variables will be defined when you create a class like the paint, door type. Okay. These are variables that will be defined inside a class. And according to each house, what you will do, paint should be red. Door design should be in glass. Okay, so for each object, the value of that variable will vary. Okay, and the fourth term is perform action. For example, how the door is designed. It should be opened inwards or outwards. That is a kind of action. So that we will be writing it as a method. So a method will be again created in the class, like how we create a variable. We will be creating methods also inside the class, and for specific use object, we will be writing that, rewriting. So we will see the complete with an example. We will see how it works. So a basic thing is class is nothing but the plan. Object is nothing but the real thing or the house. Okay, variables are nothing but the properties, and methods is nothing but the action. Okay, you just got it right? The idea of this thing. Class is nothing but blueprint, and object is nothing but separate house of that blueprint. And then variables are nothing but paint or door type or whatever it is. And method is some action. Like if you press the bell, what should be the sound of the doorbell? So something like that. Okay. So basic idea, class is a blueprint of a house. Object is nothing but the actual house built. Variable is nothing but the features of the house, like color, rooms. Methods, actions you perform in the house. Clear? The concept is clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, so as I told you in detail, little bit we will go in depth, okay? Before seeing the program, or I'll just show the program and then come back. See here, this is how the program will be. You will get a little bit idea. You're defining a class, okay? Class name, semicolon. So this one is like right? In this procedural way of writing a program, already you know how to write a function or procedure or method. Def, the name of that function, and then bracket, you will give some other thing. Okay, here I'll explain you what is the self and all. Just overview of a program you can see. And def, another method. Any number of methods can be created inside a class. Okay, now door opened, print color. Okay, all these things I'll explain you. And here color, rooms. And what are these called? Color and room. What is the technical term we use?
Variables.
Variable.
Very good, very good. These are called variables of that class. What is the class name here?
House.
House. And what is the method name for this class? House. What are the method names?
Init, open door, show details.
Very good. Okay, we can't say init. Init, it's a constructor. I'll explain you what is that. Okay, but the method name is open door, show details are called method names. These are variables. You got it? Class, variables, method names we have seen. So inside the class, you have defined the variables and then methods. Now our real hero comes into picture. Who is our real hero? Who is our real hero? Huh?
Main.
Name.
Main, M-A-I-N.
No, main. No. Objects. Objects.
Okay.
Objects. Now, we are going to create an object. So till now, what we have done? We have created a class and inside which we have declared variables and we have written the methods inside this class. It's nothing but consider this as a blueprint, just the base. Now the actual hero comes into picture, who is called object. So as I said, object is an instance of what?
Class.
A class.
Very good. Instance of class. So here, if you see, what are we doing? House 1 equal to house of blue, comma 2. So here, please be careful. What is this house 1?
Object.
We are object 1. Very good. House 1, sorry. House 1 is what? Object 1. First object we are creating. How do we know? I mean, what is the instance of the, I mean, from which class it is creating? House. House is nothing but the class name, right? Here. So when you say house 1 equal to, what do you mean by that? You are creating an object. Who is that object? From where he comes? He is an instance of class house. Got it? Bracket. Blue, comma 2 means these are called arguments. And this will be passed into this class, and this blue will be assigned to which variable? Color variable. And number 2 will be assigned to number of rooms.
Rooms.
Yes. Number of rooms. So when you see this, you can see what happens. This house will have color as blue and rooms as 2. So now we have created an object and we have assigned blue 2 and we have assigned that to color. Okay. So this is one thing. And now see the second one. We are creating another object called house 2. So once you do it, what happens? Using which class? House. Again, the same blueprint we are using. Red color. Red, comma 3 we are. So in that case, color equal to red and rooms equal to 3. So if you see, if you notice it, for each object, the variable, the value of the variable name of the class is different. See, what is that variable belongs to? Whose variable are these? Color rooms. Variables of the class house. Is it so? Who are these colors? Colors and rooms. Variables of
Class house.
Class house. But here if you see, once you create an object, the same variable have different values for each object. You got it? We are not creating every time, we are creating different variables for different objects. We are like a blueprint. There are 2 variables called color and room that belongs to a class, but we are using the same variable to have different values for different objects. You got it? Any doubts? Should I repeat it? So this is the beauty of this object-oriented programming language. Okay. You can create any number of objects using the class house. Now, this is to pass the variable, right? How are we passing blue color? I mean, the value of the variables. Now, how to call the function? House1 dot, that is object name dot show details. When you say show details, it will look into the method of class house. You got it? Because already we have given from this statement, the interpreter understood that it is then house1 is an instance of class house. So when you say house1 dot show details, you don't need to again give the name of the class, but just by giving the method name, it will automatically search the method inside the class house. So it will go here, show details. So it will show here and it will give the print color self.color. Color means which one it will print? Blue color, because it's house 1. Is it so? House 1 dot show detail. So what is the color of the house 1 object? Blue color. So blue. And room is 2. When you say house 2 dot show detail, what will be the output? Color will be
Red.
2, red. And rooms equal to
3.
3. You got it? Tarun, Govind, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? I don't need to repeat it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, these are very basics, ma. You should be very clear in this. So that's why I'm taking time. So coming to this. So in detail, I'm going to show you. Class is nothing but blueprint. That is the design of the house, and it defines how many number of rooms, color, structure, these. But this is not a real house yet. Is it so? Just we are defining how many rooms in general should be, color, structure, right? And object is nothing but the real house built using the blueprint. Each house is unique. Example, house 1, blue, comma, 2 rooms. House 2, red, comma, 3 rooms. You got it? Now, variables is nothing but the house features. House means the class feature. Variables like color, number of rooms, doors, everything. And stored in object. Like each house has its own values. Got it? I've explained you now. Now, methods are nothing but actions in the house. For example, open the door. How to open the door? Close the door. Switch light. Cooking food. Use kitchen. So these are called like, it defines the behavior, not the data. Some function or some operation or some, what do you say, perform some action, we say, right? So that is called methods. So this is how it is. Any doubts in this page? It's clear? What is class, objects, variables, methods?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Thank you. So now an interesting person, constructor. Constructor is a special method in a class. Just now I told you, right? There will be many methods in a class. What are some? Give some examples of the methods which we have seen in a house class. Govind.
Ma'am, init,
Method. Huh?
methods, like
Yeah, give
init
some example I'm saying for those methods of a
methods.
class. Tarun.
Color of the paint, number of rooms.
No, those are not methods.
Like def,
Ivan.
def, init.
Yeah, ma'am.
No.
For example, each function cook,
Yes.
paint. All.
Yeah, Tarun and Govind, very good. So open the door, close door, switch light. These are called methods, actions in the house. I told you, right? What you told is color, number of rooms. These are called variables. These are just variables. Methods are nothing but actions. Some action has to be done in that house, like open door, close door, switch light. Some piece of code we will be writing, right? When you select cook food, boil water, this, that, it will be written here inside this. This is called method of a class. Tarun, Govind, you got it? Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
clear now?
No, I got it.
Why there is a confusion, I don't know. Here I asked you, what is the, give some example for a method in a class, which is nothing but a function, right? This one I was asking. So like these methods, open door, closed door, and this thing, we have a special method called constructor. Constructor comes under which category? Method category. In a class that is automatically called when an object is created. See, in this example, you are explicitly calling this house one dot show details. Is it so? You are explicitly writing and calling this method. But here, constructor is this thing. One second, let me delete. So here you are explicitly calling this method. You are explicitly calling, sorry, this method. And this is explicitly calling this method. But this is called constructor. Okay. You don't need to explicitly call a constructor. What happens is the moment you create an object here, right? Constructor will be called automatically. Okay. This will be called automatically. House 1 equal to house of blue 2. In that case, here what is that happening? Object is getting created, right? Is it so? Using the blueprint, what? Class. For this class, we can say not using, for this class. Okay. So when the moment you create it, by default, automatically it calls the constructor. So what is this constructor? This is a method. Okay. It's a special method in a class that is automatically called when an object is created. In Python, the constructor is, how will you define a constructor? Like other methods, you have to start with the keyword def. Okay. Hyphen init, sorry, what is this? Underscore init underscore self, comma, whatever it is. This is the general syntax of a constructor. So its job is to initialize the object's data. Very important. This is to initialize the object data. What do you mean by object's data? Data is nothing but variables.
Variable.
Objects data means, here in this case, objects data is what? Blue 2. This is to how, as I told you, house 1, once it sees this, it is creating a space, and for color, blue will be assigned, I told you, right? For rooms equal to 2. So how is it getting assigned? Initialized. Value is getting initialized using the constructor. You got it? Using this constructor only, these values like blue and 2 are assigned to the variable of the class, this color and rooms. Okay. Real-time analogy, if you see house construction, so think of a class as a house blueprint. When you actually build a house, you choose color, you design number of rooms. So the process of setting these details while building is called constructor. So as I told you, your father is constructing a house. Okay, I'm going to construct a house. Okay. Your father is constructing. Your uncle says, oh, I'm also going to construct. So what is the blueprint? They got the blueprints, both of them. Your father, okay, I'll build a house. He'll say, immediately he'll say, my paint should be, he will define red. How many rooms should be? 2. But your uncle will say, okay, I'm going to construct my house with the painting, with the paint color blue. Number of rooms 3. So what do you mean by that? Once they have decided to build their own house, they are setting up their own data or the variable values as well along with it when they try to create the object only. So the same way, when you create an object, automatically it calls by default this constructor where it initializes the object's data. Okay. So in simple definition, constructor equal to object setup method. constructor, we can always say it's a special method only. You got it? It's a special method. Please don't forget this. It's a special method. Okay. So constructor is called to object setup method. So coming to this point, I'll explain you how this works. Okay. So here, if you see, without mouse. Okay, so here class house equal to def. Okay, so here if you see class house def init self color. Self is a keyword, you have to use it. Why? I'll tell you why we use the self. Color rooms, self dot color color, self dot room rooms. So when you write, what will you do? House 1 equal to house of blue comma 2. So what happens? Automatically, when you once you execute this house of blue comma 2, automatically it will call this method constructor init house 1. So in this self, what will be assigned? Self. Inside the self, house 1 will be assigned. Inside color, blue, and 2 will be assigned to rooms. Okay. Now self dot color equal to color, which means house 1 dot color equal to whatever color you have passed. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So here if you see, so color equal to blue and rooms equal to 2. Okay. Oh, I feel difficult. 1 second. Are you able to see my PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
So house 1 equal to house blue 2, automatically it will call this thing. So this when it calls, yes, when it calls this thing, so here for self house will be assigned house 1, and for color variable blue, and rooms equal to 2 here. All the variables will be assigned like this. Now self dot color equal to color, which means house 1 dot color equal to blue. You got it? How it is getting assigned? You got it now? House 2 dot rooms equal to 2. So as I said, house 1, in this place, the value of the variable color will be blue and rooms equal to 2. When you say house 2 equal to house of red 3, in this case, this will explicitly call the constructor, and it will be like definition init underscore house 2 in place of self, which will be replaced now. House 2 will be replaced, and the color will be red, and number of rooms will be through 3. So here self dot color means what? House 2 dot color equal to red. House 2 dot rooms equal to 3. So this will inside um, which it will be assigned. Right. So when you call print print off, like print house one dot color. If you ask to print this thing, it will house one dot color means it will print blue color. House do two dot rooms means it will print three. This will not get confused at all. So now you got the purpose of the constructor usage.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? These are all very basics, ma. You should be very clear in the concepts. So in real life and the Python, if you see, class is nothing but the blueprint, object is nothing but house, constructor, that is init, is nothing but the construction process. In the construction process only, you will be assigning, deciding all these basic things. So that's how it is initialized. And initializing variables is nothing but the setting color, rooms, etc. Got it? So here, if you see the same example we have seen, this is constructor. So this is constructor. What is happening? So this is constructor. If you don't use or write this init method, okay, if there is no constructor at all, what will happen? Python automatically provides a default constructor, okay? Def init self pass. This means object is created, but no attributes are initialized. You got it? If you don't use constructor, it is nothing like object won't get created. It will be created, but attributes, you mean attributes means what? Data, variable, values of that variable will not be initialized. You got it? Even if you don't define this, Python still allows object creation. So this is very important topic. You may have a doubt. If we don't create, whether object creation will happen or not. It will happen. Object will get created even without writing the constructor by default. Not by default, like or explicitly, if we don't write the constructor method inside the class, even then object will be created, but attributes won't be initialized. So class house def open door, like here we are not using, we are not writing a constructor. Is it so? Constructor is not here. Just directly you are writing a method, def open door self print, and everywhere if you see you have to use this self, then only it will be able to understand it. In the self, what will be assigned? In the self,
Ma'am, the object.
very good. Object name will be assigned to the self. Okay. So self print door opened, h1 equal to house. Here you can't initialize any variable like how you do blue 2, right? We can't initialize any variable, but you can just create object. Here what are we doing? H1 object is created successfully, but we can't initialize any variable values to it. H1 dot open door. You can just, it will display door opened. Okay. If you don't involve any variables or something, then you can go with it without constructor. But most of the time, it will not work. Like 99% we need attributes. Is it so? So in case, I'm just for your understanding, I'm telling. So even without constructor, writing a constructor explicitly, object can be created, but the attributes cannot be initialized. Are you clear with this point?
Ma'am, just a small doubt.
Yeah.
So ma'am, let's say if we are creating a separate function to input the variables, then what happens, ma'am? Instead of just, should we, no need for like this constructor if we're just creating a separate function to input variables?
No, that can't be done. Okay. we need a constructor. Okay, but we will see some more examples. Okay, from that you can understand like your question. Okay, by default, like if attributes are involved, then we need a constructor. Okay. So the next topic is 4 pillars of OOPS: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. So one by one, we will see these topics in detail in our upcoming classes. These are very important concepts in object-oriented programming language. Okay. So we'll see some examples. Class, student, um, def, init, self, name, age, marks, this thing. Get, grade is a method name. Self, if self dot marks greater than 90, return A. L, if self dot marks greater than 80, else return C. So S1 dot Morris, S1 equal to student Priya 1792. So what are we actually trying to do here?
So we are trying to first assign them a name. We are
First,
no,
no.
sorry. This is our creation of an object,
What are we doing here? Object,
creating an
right?
object.
Huh?
Create,
Yes, yes,
creating
yes.
an object, right?
What I'm expecting. Creating an object. Then what are we doing? Second,
Initializing the variables of the
very good.
object.
Initializing the variables.
Variables.
So in this case, 2 things are happening, 1 and 2. So by looking at it, what Python does, which method it will call by looking at this. Govind, by looking at this statement, S1 equal to student of Priya, this thing, what happens? Which method will be called by seeing this one?
S1 student Priya, ma'am. First one.
This is
Method
class name. Okay. So using this class name, we are creating an object called S1. Now, by looking at the statement, as already Morris said, it is creating an object and it is initializing the variable. How is it getting initialized? What is happening internally? I'm asking. How the variable values are getting initialized?
it's initialized by the marks. Exam like 90A, 80B.
No. I'm not expecting that. Go, Tarun. How the values are getting initialized here?
Ma'am, it automatically calls the constructor, ma'am, because
Very good, very good. So what is happening internally? It is automatically calling the constructor. Govind, you got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It is calling, and here in the self, which value, what value will be assigned for the self? Anyone?
Ma'am, the object name.
Yeah, what is object name? Yes, one. What is the confusion? So, yes, one object name will be assigned to the self. And for this name, Priya will be assigned. Age 17, 92. This is how values are getting initialized. So self dot name means S1 dot name equal to Priya. So this is how values are getting assigned. Here we have seen no initializing the variables. How is it getting executed? By calling this constructor, and by these statements, values are getting initialized. Got it? In the same way we do for a second object S2. Now if you say print S1 dot name, what will be the output? Priya. S1 dot get grade. So here what happens? S1 dot get grade means this will call which method, Govind?
Ma'am, S1 dot
Get grade.
class method
Which method it will call?
that def I in it self name age marks. The
Yeah, you want which method will be called here?
Ma'am, get grade.
Yes, what is the confusion? Already method name is given here, right? I'm just asking what method it will call.
Oh,
Get
here.
grade only. And
I
I'm
don't
asking
know
about
about
this
it.
thing.
Oh,
Okay. S1 dot get grade. What method it will be called?
the S1 get grade.
Yeah,
Get
just this method will be called. So here, what will be the value of the self?
self.
In the self, what will be the value?
S1.
Tarun. Yes, 1. So if self dot marks, yes, 1 dot marks, what will be the marks? S1 dot marks. What is the value for S1 dot marks? Already it is assigned here, right? S1 dot marks equal to 92. So this is 92
92.
greater than or equal to 90. Then return A. So this will return value A for S1 dot get grade. Now, if I say S2 dot get grade, Morris, explain me this. What is happening? S2 dot get grade. So it will, which method will
Yes,
be
it
called?
will invoke the second method, ma'am. Get
Yeah,
grade.
get grade. And in
And
self, which will be assigned?
S1, S2, sorry, S2.
S2. And now it will check if S2 dot marks greater
Marks.
than or equal to 90. What will be in S2 dot marks?
S2 dot marks is 85. So
85.
less
Here
than
it is.
90.
So 85, whether this is greater than or equal to 90, false.
False.
So else if it will check this one, whether it's greater than 80, correct. So
Yes,
it will return B.
B.
Got it? Everyone
Yes.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
These are basic programs using objects and class. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. What is the, I'll just give 1 minute to you all. Just look at it. Actually, there is no indentation. So please excuse me. It has to be corrected. Like, see, in this program, indentation, if you see, uh, so inside class, 3 places, 3 spaces are given, and then it starts def in the same way. For again, the statements inside def, 3 spaces should be left. And the same way. And then S1 should start in the same place of class here. Is it so? You got it? Which means it is outside the class. What I meant to say is, here if you see this class and S1 are in the same place. What do you mean by that? This S1 equal to student is not inside the class. That's what it meant if it is in the same line, if it starts. If some statement has to be inside the class, then it should start after, you should leave 3 places, spaces, and then the statement should start, which means that statement is inside the class. You got it? So indentation is very important. That's how Python understands what are the statements are inside the function, which class, and other things. So here there is no indentation given properly. So inside the class bank account, we have how many methods, including constructor? How
3.
many methods we have? So let us try to fix this. Okay. How many places for this? 1, 2, 3. Again. You got it? How I do? Three or more than 3. See again in this if also, You have to give indentation. 1, 2, 3. Then only this self balance less than or equal to will come under if. Again, print also should come inside this. You got it? How we do this indentation? For else it is. So again, 3 places should be away for this else. Now account should be in the same line. So controls. You got it, ma? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell me, are you done? I'll walk through this thing. So how many methods are there inside this class?
3.
3 methods. What are they?
I'm the constructor.
Yes.
Deposit.
This is constructor. This is constructor. We have method called deposit and one called withdraw. Okay. So inside this constructor, what are the variables, Tarun?
Self, owner, and balance.
We can't say this as a variable. Okay. Just owner and balance. Okay. And then what are the objects created here in this program?
Account 1.
Only one method, only one object we are creating here. Got it. Good. So account 1 equal to bank account Priya 5,000. So what it does, account 1 object is created and then it is getting initialized. That is account 1 dot owner equal to Priya. Account 1 dot balance equal to how much? 5,000. So we have initialized using the by calling the constructor, it is initialized all the values. Now account 1 dot deposit. We see here you are using the, what is this bank account? Govind,
Ma'am,
what is bank account here?
variable.
No, Ivan.
Ma'am, it's the class.
Class. This is class name.
Yes,
This
yes.
is class name. So that is how it is. See, when you say creating an object, it should have the class name, right? So that it will get the instance of that class. So bank account should be what? Name of the class. That is how object is getting created. So account 1 equal to bank account of means this is class name. This is object name and these are values of the variables owner and balance. Okay. So account dot deposit. So which method is getting called? Here. Self here. Govind. What value will be assigned to the self here?
Value to assigned 1,000.
Self for self.
Self. Let me check it now.
Morris, what is the value assigned to self?
5,000.
Self is always just account 1.
Object name, right?
Object name, yeah, account
Object
1.
name, account 1. And then amount. Amount is what? Here they
1,000.
have
Oh,
they have
sorry, you-
passed 1,000 for this
yes,
amount
1,000.
here. So 1,000 will be passed. Self dot balance means account 1 dot balance plus equal to amount, which means Tarun, account 1 dot balance is how much here?
5,000.
Very good. 5,000 plus equal to amount is just now we have passed 1,000, right? Here, just now we have passed to using this variable, right? This one here. Deposit of 1,000 means 1,000 will be assigned to which variable? Amount. This is a local variable of this method deposit. Got it, ma? Any confusion, Tarun?
No, ma'am.
So now account 1 dot balance will be how much then? 5,000 plus 10,000.
6,000.
60. 6,000. Okay. 6,000. Okay. Deposit. So what will be the output? Deposited amount. Amount is what? Deposited amount is how much here? What will be inside amount? Anyone?
5,000.
Is it so? Amount equal to how much?
5,000.
1,000.
1,000. Amount will be 1,000. Amount will be 1,000. Here what is happening? You are adding balance plus amount and assigning the new value into account balance, not the amount. You are not changing anything, the amount variable. Here what it happens, account 1 balance plus equal to amount means 5,000 plus equal to, what do you mean by that? You are adding 5,000 and which means what? Account 1 balance equal to 5,000 plus 1,000. So what will be the new value? 6,000 will be assigned to account 1 dot balance. This amount where 1,000 is assigned will not get changed. So here if you see, deposited amount is what? 1,000 only. You are passing 1,000. We are not changing anything. 1,000 we are not changing. It's the same. Deposited 1,000 and balance will be how much? Self dot balance. Self is account 1 dot balance. How? What is that now? New value for account 1 dot balance.
6,000.
6,000. You got it? Any doubts?
No.
Thank you. Now, account 1 dot withdraw 100. Okay. Now, any volunteers who can explain me this, what exactly it happens here?
Yes, ma'am. Basically, yes, it's the value,
So, which method will be called first?
It'll call the
Withdraw.
definition, the withdraw method first.
Withdraw method and
Yes, then it'll call
self
in
equal to
its
self.
self equals to account 1.
Very good.
And the amount it'll assign a new variable amount, and it'll assign that variable 100.
Very good. So see here, they are
Yeah.
using the same variable name, but it's not same. This is a local variable for this method, and this will get what do you say? It will be destroyed once it comes out of the method. Here, the amount is again local variable for this method. Don't get confused with the same with this and this. These are different. Now, in the amount, what variable will be assigned? Here we are passing 100. So amount will be 100. Yes, go ahead, Maurice. If.
Yes, ma'am. Now to check if the amount is less than or equal to the balance.
Give me the value. If.
Sorry, if 100 is less than 6,000, right? Because it's added from the previous function. 6,000. It'll deduct the value of
Self
the
dot
amount
balance.
from self.
Yeah,
Yes.
self dot balance equal to how much then? Equal to 6,000
minus
minus
100.
100.
Then
So
we'll
now the
print
new value will be how much? 5,000?
5,900.
900. Now this will be assigned to balance. Now print. So what it
It'll
will be
print
print?
withdrew 100. Balance will
Withdrew.
be 5,000. Withdrew
Withdrew.
amount, that amount is 100.
Very good. Withdrew 100 dot balance is.
Balance is 5,900.
Very good. Else, if the amount is less than self balance, we are checking this. For example, if they try to withdraw 7,000, then it will say it will not execute these
Insufficient
two.
funds.
Else it will go to print insufficient funds. Everyone clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, for example, I'll ask you, this method is not given, account.deposit. Directly, I'm calling this thing. Now, Tarun, please explain me this. What will happen? This is not there. Account 1.withdraw10. Now, which method
So
will be
the
called?
account balance will be 5,000, not 6,000.
Very good. Very good. That's all. That's what I expect. Very nice. So here, account 1, amount will be 100. So if amount less than or equal to self balance, so self balance here, how much it will be? 100 less than or equal to 5,000 only, not 6,000. Why? We have not deposited here. So still the self dot account balance, that is account 1 dot balance will be 5,000. Okay, good. This is what I expected. So I think you are all clear. What is a class in Python? A blueprint for creating an object. Is it a built-in function, type of variable, or a module? What is that? A blueprint for creating an object. I want everyone to answer. What does init do?
Initializes variables. Sorry, the variable. Yeah.
When object is created.
Yes, initial. Yeah.
Yeah. What does self refer to inside a method? Govind. Self refers to inside a method. Inside a method, they are asking. So what it does, the specific, yeah, tell me.
They're calling the method.
Yeah, that is calling the specific instance. Okay. That is specific instance means that object, okay, is calling the method. That's why we use the thing called keyword called self. Okay. So just key takeaways: OOP models, real world entities, objects combine data and behavior. See, variables, data, attributes, everything is same. Behavior, method, function, procedure, all these are same. Okay. Class equal to blueprint, object equal to instance of that blueprint with its own data. I think you all understood. Init is the constructor, runs automatically when you create an object. Self refers to the specific object calling the method, always first parameter, right? You would have seen everywhere it will be like a first parameter of that method, self. There are 4 pillars: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. We will see it later. Okay. And coming to this thing now. Yes. So procedural and object oriented, if you see the difference, as I told you, procedure is a code, is a sequence of instruction. Here, code models real world entities. Real world entities, like models means different thing it will create. Objects combine data and behavior. Objects, what it does, combines data and behavior. Each object manages its own state, right? Its own state means what? It has its own variable and it will do its own function. So that is what it like a different a specific thing will be there for an object. It will be different from one other. The object 1 will be different from object 2. Good for large programs, real world modeling. We always use this class objects method or this methodology. Example, student dot calculate under grade. Okay. So here everything will be same only. Here what did they do? See, student means the class name dot calculate. Like, sorry, not the, here object name. Student is nothing with the, this is how we call. Here we directly call this method, but here object dot the method name will be called. Okay. So here I said chef is an object, cooker, stove, each object has its own properties and methods. Okay. So this is what it is. So any doubts in the topics which we have seen? Can we close the class for today?
Yes, ma'am.
start writing the exam. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stop recording and we will do some lab exercises.